In the United Arab Emirates, you go big or you don't exist. Here are Dubai's most ridiculous megaprojects. Ras Al Khaimah-based developer Al Hamra, which has over $700 million in assets and 500 employees, is developing the $272.3 million Falcon Island project. This sprawling project will be built within the Al Hamra village residential community that also has a yacht club, many hotels, and a shopping mall. In February of 2022, Al Hamra sold its 290,625 square foot Al Hamra Mall in Ras Al Khaimah to Abu Dhabi's Alder Properties in a deal worth $111.6 million. The construction on the Falcon Island project is set to begin in the second quarter of 2022 and will be completed in 24 to 28 months. It will have 501 villa units, ranging from 2 to 7 bedrooms with prices starting from $326,708. Why the name Falcon? The Middle East reveres falcons the way Atlantonians revere their $3.2 billion NFL franchise. Falconry is a great status symbol in the UAE. A trained peregrine hunting falcon goes for around $10,000, and some go up to $500,000. We've even seen one that gets chauffeured around in the back of a Rolls Royce. Abu Dhabi's perpetually maturing Reem Island has one particular project that has been developed on a large scale, and that is the $1.2 billion Reem Mall. The island already boasts boutique mall, but this will be on another level and will mean residents won't necessarily need to island hop over to Al Maraya, home to one of the most notorious luxurious malls on earth, the $1 billion Galleria Mall. Reem Mall will have more than 450 stores, 2 food courts, a multiplex cinema, and a hypermarket, which is a retail store that combines a department store and a grocery supermarket, by the way. It will also feature Snow Abu Dhabi, which is set to be not 1, not 2, but 4 times the size of the massive 242,187 square foot Ski Dubai, which cost $400 million to build back in 2005. This will make it the world's largest indoor snow park. There will be indoor links to mass transit, 4 department stores, and 85 dining choices, making deciding where to eat a 45-minute endeavor at least. Reem Mall is set to be 2.8 million square feet, with 2 million square feet of leasable space. It's scheduled to open later this year. For comparison, the largest mall in the UAE is the 1,200 retailer-strong Dubai Mall, part of the $20 billion downtown Dubai complex. And that's the second largest mall in the world after the Iran Mall by total land area, and the 26th largest shopping mall in the world by gross leasable area with 5.4 million square feet. My favorite part of the Dubai Mall, the 76,000 square foot Sega Republic indoor theme park, now converted into VR Park Dubai because its Sega license expired. There's already one Atlantis on Palm Jumeirah, the Dubai Palm Atlantis, which cost $1.5 billion to build back in 2008 with that famous spade carved out in the middle. In 2002, a second sister Atlantis project is being built by upwards of 10,000 workers called the Royal Atlantis for an estimated $1.4 billion. Even though the 1,640-foot-long building appears as a single structure, it's actually 6 towers connected in a seamlessly flowy Lego block type way. Commissioned by His Excellency Mohammed Al Shaibani, CEO and Executive Director of the Investment Corporation of Dubai, this 633-foot-tall next-level modern marvel will have what he refers to as a playful contrast between water and fire. The glass walls of the entry seem to celebrate you as if you were a child coming home for your birthday party every time you enter with fire and water in a surreal show worthy of Cirque du Soleil. That installation is called Glimmer. An impressive tank of 2,000 status-boosting jellyfish will serve as a centerpiece to the lobby bar. The right wing of the Royal Atlantis will house 231 residences, while the left will be made up of 795 guest suites. There are over 80 different layout variations, ranging from 1,434 to 17,088 square feet. Units in Palm Jumeirah cost an average of $544 per square foot of real estate. While we're on the subject, let's talk penthouses. The asking price for a penthouse at the Atlantis Royal Resort and Residences was $49 million when it went on sale in September 2021. If it achieves that price, it will become the most expensive property in Dubai. That 25,000 square foot, 5-bedroom penthouse triplex on the Palm comes with an outdoor deck and its own infinity pool. There's also a private lounge and beach, as well as access to 5-star amenities. The 2 wings of the Royal Atlantis are linked by an infinity swimming pool that is 295 feet above the ground that they refer to as a spa bridge. And no, you won't have to swim across it to get between the wings, but that would be a pretty fun concept, wouldn't it? How many pools are enough pools? According to the Royal Atlantis designer James von Klemperer of KPF Designs, 65 outdoor swimming pools sprinkled through the multi-level apertures in the building is a good number. And if you'd rather swim in the Persian Gulf, there's a 1.2-mile private beach just for Royal Atlantis residents. Unnaturally, these sky villas offer the opportunity to have your very own backyard close to the clouds. Each res will have bespoke art designed under Sybil de Margerie. The Californian water feature firm company WET installed some state-of-the-art water features in their installation they call Surge. And Giorgio Locatelli, a Michelin-starred chef, will be making sure any in-house meal you ordered is of master chef quality. If his meals don't do it for you, you have another 17 restaurants to choose from on the resort. Fancy spots too, with big names attached to them, like Dinner by Heston Blumenthal, which has an average meal price of $60 a person, Jaleo by Jose Andre with its average meal price of $43 a person, Milos by Costas Spilidanis, which doesn't always have the prices on the menu and averages out to $120 a person, the $50 a person Lamar by Gaston Acurio, and Ariana's Kitchen, the debut Persian resto by Ariana Bundy. You know you're in a posh district when all the eateries have Michelin-rated chefs attached to them. Ain Dubai, which ran developer Miras $270 million to build, is currently the world's tallest observation wheel, with its peak standing at a towering 820 feet high. The previous record holder for highest Ferris wheel was Las Vegas's 550-foot-high $300 million high roller, which was inaugurated back in 2014. The Ain Dubai's construction required 9,000 tons of steel, 25% more than the amount of steel used to build Paris's 1,083-foot-tall Eiffel Tower. Construction of the Eiffel Tower cost 7.8 million French gold francs in 1889, or about 1.5 million US dollars. That's a modest $40.5 million in 2022. Back to the Ain Dubai. Operation of the Blue Water Island attraction commenced on October 21st in 2021, and the $35 tickets for the 48 capsule wheel are completely booked up, with sunset proving to be the most popular time slot. The giant wheel offers unrivaled 360-degree views of Dubai's urban skyline in a relaxing yet mesmerizing 38-minute journey. With 48 air-conditioned passenger cabins, 1,750 visitors can take in the breathtaking experience in one revolution. This means each turn earns the wheel's owners around $61,250 in revenue. Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed, Crown Prince of Dubai with a current net worth of $400 million, posted a video of himself to social media riding on top of the wheel as it prepared to open. The town of Hatta is to be transformed into a major tourism destination over the next 18 years for $354 million. Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid, Vice President and ruler of Dubai with a current net worth of $4 billion, unveiled the latest vision for the town, complete with a Hollywood-esque Hatta sign in the hills. He was recently ordered to pay his ex-wife, Princess Haya bint Al Hussein, and their two children over 554 million British pounds, or 733 million US dollars, by a UK court back in 2021. This made it one of the largest divorce settlements in British history, so he's got to start earning again to pay for the upkeep of his $8 million worth of Godolphin racehorses. And his poetry, while beautiful, won't bring in enough to finance a one-minute ride on his 531-foot, $400 million yacht named Dubai. Hatta, near the border with Oman, has in recent years been transformed into an adventure getaway. Sheikh Al Maktoum is planning to extend the mountain biking trails to be over 74 miles long, making it the longest bike path in the UAE, suitable for international competition and major events. There will also be new hiking trails up to Jabal Al Nusur, Dubai's highest peak at 4,265 feet. They are planning for a science fiction-esque mountain viewing platform off a cliff in Hatta called the Hatta Mountain Summit Center. The 473,612 square foot attraction will connect to a 3.3-mile-long sky cable car system that'll transport visitors over the Hatta Dam Lake. Hatta's global reputation as an international tourist destination will be enhanced by the Hatta Beach Project. It's a mountainside health resort which will conserve the heritage and natural environment of the area. Hatta's man-made beaches will also be stretched by 400%. The Hatta development is all part of Dubai's urban master plan, which will reach completion in 2040. Part of the plan included the creation of 12 new beaches and 8 million square meters of green spaces at a cost of more than $680 million. The endgame? To make Hatta a bucket list location. When Abu Dhabi's $3 billion midfield terminal is up and running, it will change the sheer magnitude of tourism the UAE can handle. Contractors Arab Tech, TAV Insat, and the Consolidated Contractors Company boast the 7,986,821 square foot complex will be able to process 8,500 travelers. The duty-free shops and restaurants alone will take up 301,389 square feet, and premium lounges will cover a whopping 322,917 square feet. Originally slated to open in 2017, the midfield terminal, which has been under construction for a decade, has been hit by a series of embarrassing delays. In 2019, the midfield terminal was claimed to be more than 97% complete. In 2022, the airport confirmed that zero progress had been made in the last 3 years and the building remains in the same state as it did before the pandemic. The government-owned airport operator was allegedly going to cancel the construction contract because of major cost overruns. Still, hope remains for the game-changing midfield terminal, as the overrun Emirates' main airport is heavily overcrowded and there is a need for a new logistical hub in the Middle East and for a new airport in Microsoft's Flight Simulator. Dubai's Sheikh Zayed Road is home to the $136.1 million Museum of the Future. Can robots replace humans as artists? Well, this museum's exterior is adorned with 1,024 pieces manufactured by robotic arms. That process took a year and a half. The robotness doesn't stop there. In the cafe, the uncanny valley-inducing robot baristas make you whatever you want, from iced nitro pecan coffee to hot caramel lattes. No more explaining your order to a trendy Gen Zer. Simply scan your QR code to make your order and watch a vision of the future take place. The 182,986 square foot facility is covered in Arabic calligraphy and lights up thanks to environmentally friendly solar-powered LED hubs in the nighttime. It opened on February 22, 2022, and Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid's inauguration was kicked off with a staged UFO landing in the transforming viewing deck. Tickets will run you $40 per person per day. The flying silver penguin aerobe you see when you walk in the Grand Atrium makes it well worth it. Expo 2020 Dubai, the first World Fair to be held in the Middle East, was built from scratch on 1.7 square miles of desert and cost around $6.8 billion. It got delayed by the coronavirus pandemic, but went full steam ahead for 2021. 230,000 workers have worked tirelessly on the site, which welcomed hundreds of thousands of people during its first few days in October 2021. There are 192 country pavilions on the 438-hectare site, with some of them requiring up to 200 staff each. Canada had one of the more modest pavilions worth $40 million, and the US's was $60 million. The most visited, most beautiful, and most expensive attraction is the $750 million Al Wasl Plaza. Fountains, waterfalls, parks, palm-lined courtyards. You name it, the Al Wasl Plaza's got it. That eye-popping magical dome will overstimulate your eyes and keep you wide awake at night. More than 600 startups and small businesses from around the world are vying for a chance to be the first tenants of the District 2020 Legacy site, which will open in October 2022. Dubai is notoriously expensive, but admission to this World's Fair site for a day is surprisingly affordable at $12.25. Mall wars have gotten out of control in Dubai. The $1.5 billion Meydan One Mall, located between the existing Meydan Racecourse site and Al Khail Road, will give shoppers the option to ski down a 3,280-foot indoor ski slope through a makeshift winter village. What's with Dubai's fixation with snow? The mall will even have a retractable skylight, covering an area of 3.67 million square feet. The construction features the 2,332 feet tall Dubai One Tower, which is billed now as the tallest residential tower in the world. The Meydan City Corporation development is also home to a civic plaza capable of handling 30,000 people, and a 2.5-mile-long canal and marina with 100 berths. And you know how Middle Easterners love their fountains. The Meydan One will also feature a dancing water fountain. The perpetual water show will be spread out over 277,708 square feet, which might as well qualify for the biggest fountain in the world. To push their fountain game to the next level, it will feature a 328-foot vertical laser light color array choreographed with a digital screen. Currently, the world record is held by the Palm Fountains in Dubai, which cost Emaar Properties $218 million to build back in 2008. That bad boy is illuminated by 6,600 lights and 50 colored projectors. It is 902 feet long and shoots water up to 500 feet in the air like it just don't care. The shows are scored with a range of classical, contemporary, Arabic, and world music. The groundbreaking ceremony was held in March 2017, and the mall is supposed to open sometime in 2022. It's part of Dubai's $6.8 billion Meydan City project. The entire development covers more than 40 million square feet of gross floor area on a land size of around 15 million square feet. Al Khana, Abu Dhabi's new $272.3 million water entertainment complex, is scheduled to open after Ramadan 2022, so after Sunday, May 1st. According to developer Al Baqarah International Investment, the 1.6-mile canal-side development features adventure activities, a yacht marina, a virtual reality zone, and an esports academy. If it makes money, expect the UAE to get involved. At current growth rates, it is estimated that the esports market will generate $1.8 billion in revenue by this year. The pièce de résistance will be the 75,347 square foot aquarium, which will be home to more than 300 species and 46,000 creatures that will be cared for by a team of 80 experts and specialists. The hugely ambitious $11 billion Etihad rail network will be the first national freight and passenger railway network to connect the 7 Emirates of the United Arab Emirates. The 745-mile railway project has been underway in the UAE for some time with the goal of connecting the country with the rest of the Gulf Cooperation Council. Stage 1 is complete and operating along a 164-mile route from Shah and Habshan to Ruwais, transporting sulfur. Tracks are now being laid for the 86-mile stretch connecting Ruwais with Guwaifat in the UAE border with Saudi Arabia. It will eventually stretch for about 621 miles from Guwaifat to Fujairah on the UAE's east coast. Freight is the main focus for the Etihad Rail. A fully loaded freight train can carry the equivalent cargo of 300 lorries, reducing carbon dioxide emission by up to 80%. Its mandate does feature a potential passenger element, though. The end game on that front is to have passengers able to travel the 79 miles from Abu Dhabi to Dubai in 50 minutes. Taking the bus usually takes 120 minutes for that same journey. A car ride for that trip is 70 minutes. The $272 million Mohammed bin Rashid Library should open its doors sometime later in 2022. The Al Jadaf located project will house more than 1.5 million printed books, 2 million digital books, and another 1 million audiobooks. It would take you more than 5,000 years to read that many books if you were able to read 24/7. The 581,251 square foot library is 7 stories high and is expected to receive 9 million visitors annually.